Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. Before we start our concrete video, I just wanted to make a quick announcement of what to expect. We recently got our sawmill delivered, got it all hooked up and ready to go. But how I want to release this is I want to do it from the very beginning in sequence to the end. So we have a concrete project that is airing right now. We're going to do this. I think it's a 1 or 2 part series. And then we are going into an 8 video series. You guys can view the very first meeting with Mike Morgan over here, picking out a spot, talking about how to set it up, where to set it up, and why we want it, where we want it. There's a lot to cover, way too much to put into one video. So then I videoed the week-long process of getting ready for the sawmill along with all of our other work. And then in this final video series, Mike Morgan will bring over the sawmill, we'll assemble. We will actually go to a friend's house, pick up some logs. It's a great story. I hope you follow along. I'm really excited to get this one aired, but I want to take my time so that everybody can see it step by step. So I really hope you follow along with us through this whole process. Be patient, and in the end, I think you're really going to like it. And I'm really excited where it's go. Where can it go? It's endless with between the concrete and woodworking that now we'll be able to do. I think we're going to be building another building. So just letting you know, Donna. So I'll wrap this up. I just wanted to let you know, in case you're wondering, hey, did I miss something? But it's coming. Be patient, and I hope you really enjoy it. So have a good day and enjoy the videos. Talk to you soon. Okay, good morning. We skipped yesterday here. Yesterday morning wake up, what was it, 18 degrees? This morning we're 30 degrees. We're about to hit 60 at noon. So well worth the wait. You can see the stone out here. It kicks loose. There it is, it's frozen underneath there. In here, see if I can show you some of this. We had this under plastic. Everything is nice and soft. No frozen anywhere. So we definitely don't want to pour on frozen ground. Once that thaws out, it'll move before the concrete's strong enough and it will crack. So just got a heater going to just warm it up in there a little bit, make it feel better for us. All the tools are out. And mixer is due any minute. There it is, mixing up. What a gorgeous sight, huh? Nice blue sky. We should frame that hanging on the wall. Our asphalt expansion joint, just nailing against the studs. That way the concrete doesn't touch the wood. Right around there, and we are ready to pour. Like I said earlier, 2 inches slope to this drain, 1.5 inches to this one. A little bit smaller door, don't quite need as much. A viewer was asking about our sill area. We go from the door height, the header, we come down 8 feet to the bottom. Then we come up 1.5 inches to floor height. So now we take this off, and there's a little cavity in here. And our garage door will set down in here at 8 feet down. So that way they don't have to pad this down to work the door height. They'll just put a trim board on up there and it's good to go. I'll show you a picture of this when we get concrete in this out of here. Concrete will come in, step up 1.5 inches to floor height. The door will close, no snow, rainwater will ever blow under that door and come in. If it's just flush across, sometimes that gasket doesn't seal good enough. If it was a work garage where you're pushing a floor jack or a dolly, maybe you want a taper. That's what I have in my shop. But in my house, I have the lip. Okay, just pulling them up so we can get the chute in as far as we can. A little bit, about 1 foot. And that is it. Here we go. We'll get a little bit out. We may have to add some water to that. Doesn't look bad. Like it? Okay, I'll get a little bit of this, I'll join in. Made a nice even plane from the wall to the drain. Matt and Tom are setting the point out there. That is a little bit lower than the wall, higher than the drain. Now I'm going to start straight edging this way. Making sure my ends are down. Now what I want to do, when I'm pulling this back, I'll start to lead with my drain side. So that's lower, and this is pointing into the corner. That way the water will come out of that corner and won't lay against the wall. Switch to a shorter board, fits between the drain and the wall. Same thing, keeping it pointing at the drain. Okay, just started pouring number 2. We do a nice mix here. You can see I stopped straight edge and about 4 feet shy. Now we'll do a mix. This is a tiny bit looser, but not much. Still a nice, very nice mix. Need a minute, Steve, to get some up against there? Wave him in forward. Let's get some up here. Good, good. Get a little bit more concrete on the ground there. Ooh, there it is. Break it up, put it on the bottom. Need him to stay away from that a minute. Yeah, I'll give you a hand here. Pulling them up. We got plenty of room up here. Okay, I'm going to help Steve get some debris against here. Okay, the concrete's been on the ground about 20 minutes. So we just start on the sills. It's a little bit soft. Rolling that edge back. Now this is a 1-inch radius edger. It helps the car tire roll over a little bit better. So this all gets broomed, steps up to that. I just wanted to go in detail for that viewer. Figure if one viewer has that question, maybe others do too. All right, the guys are gonna get on this shortly and start troweling. I am gonna get on the road and go prep a driveway. Next week's looking very warm. We might pull the trigger and get started. So as always, thanks for tuning in to Conquer with the Hosses. Hit that like and subscribe. We're getting close. Let's keep that channel growing. Thanks again, everybody. This is my Prowler 350 soft cut walk behind saw. I prefer this saw. It's nice and light. One person can carry it. We can get on the floor same day, or in this case, next morning. This is winter time, still pretty cold out, 40 degrees at night, so the concrete's setting slow. So we usually give it about 24 hours before we saw cut it into our crack protection pattern. On a smaller project such as a 2-car garage, we'll do tool cutting same day while we're pouring. On a basement floor, most commonly we'll use zip strips. Now zip strips don't stay perfectly straight, but the nice thing is they're hard to see. So in a garage that you're going to see the control cuts, this is my preferred method. The soft cut walk behind saw. It's very easy to push, a little bit dusty, but that's okay because I know everybody would have a respirator on. Very easy to keep straight and maneuverable, connecting from saw cut to floor drain, connecting from saw cut to wall, and making your way across the floor. You wouldn't want to stop these cuts shy of anything. As they stop, the crack will continue all the way to the edge of the concrete. Now, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes we'll cut these the same day. If this was a hot summer day, 60, 70, 80 degrees, and the concrete's setting up, you would want to get these cuts in same day before it started shrinking, gaining stress, and cracking. The concrete always wants to shrink, and it always wants to shrink to the center. If it can't shrink to the center because of a corner or a floor drain, then that's where you need to put a cut in. I still have my respirator on. Now I just have to clean this up. Let's go over my control cracks. We have a corner and a corner. We know it wants to crack off of that. So straight down there, and that is parallel and square with the garage. We know it wants to crack off of the drains. And we know it wants to crack about 2 feet in from this door, where we go from thick to skinny. So we put a cut right there. And then center a drain. Now what I didn't like was these drains are not centered in the floor. These should be, well, for whatever reason they're not, but usually they're centered back. So I wouldn't need this cut. They're 14 feet off of this wall to this. So that's a little bit too big for how long and skinny they would be. We want to keep them more square. So 7 feet through a cut in. Now I have 7, 7, 7 right down there. Nice looking pattern, and as far as crack control, I think that's what we're looking for. Off the drains, corners, 2 feet in, must. Let's get cleaned up. Okay, I just sent the foreman a message that the floor is already all done, all saw cut, cleaned up. Now with no water here, this is as clean as I can get it with a leaf blower and a broom. So they'll cover this up with some roofing material and protect it through the build. and drywall mud, glues, whatever, dripping on this floor. Now nothing will stick to it. They'll uncover it and it'll be a nice, they'll power wash it once they get water here. And then the homeowners will have a nice brand new floor when this house is done in about 9 months to a year. So there's the saw cut pattern, all done. Always, always, always wear a respirator. You can see how dirty it is on the outside, nice and clean on the inside. That's what you want your lungs to look like. Let's head downstairs. We poured this floor 2 days ago. Radio blasting, guys are having a good time. Nice and dry in here, no mud. This is 2 days after we poured the floor. Walls are being framed, finished basement down here. Moving right along. Okay, I am going to get out of this rain and mud and head back to the shop and see what I can mess up in there. Come on along, maybe I'll do some videoing. I have some wood projects that I'm working on. So let's go grab a coffee and get started. Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. Hit that like and subscribe. See you on the next one.